Okay. Hi, everybody. So I hope you can hear me. I have these new earbuds in my ears. So if you guys can't hear me, please let me know. Hi, love. Hi, Libra girl. You're the first one on here. Can you hear me? If you could just let me know, that would be awesome. Yeah. Bring it on, huh, Libra girl? Hi, guys. Can you guys hear me? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I got these new little earbuds for Christmas from Walmart. I was like, I hope they work. That's good. So I know there's no picture. Sorry. I'm in bed. You guys know when I'm in bed, you know, no one's going to look at me. I have a mask on, my hair back. I'm, just sitting in bed and nothing to look at. I'm just here with a dim light because, it's dim in here. It's really kind of dark. Um, and I'm just shuffling some cards on my bed. So you really wouldn't get much of a picture in the dark anyways, really. So if you don't mind, there's just not going to be a picture. This is just a bonus reading. I wasn't getting a whole lot of rest, I guess, and I kind of want to see what is the current energy for you guys. I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. If you guys want to pull cards along with me, that could be some fun. Okay? This is just for whoever needs it. For whoever needs it, whatever questions you're seeking, let me know, okay? The lovers just fell out. Okay. Spirit, please guide me to a reading here now for someone. What is happening with this person? What's happening with this person that everyone's kind of curious about? Very important person. So the first two cards that come out defining this person is the Two of Swords in reverse, which is a Libran energy, and the Three of Cups. My initial energy for who this would be about for you, descriptive wise, is air energy for sure, with a moon mind, okay? A moon. Well, I meant a water moon. See, guys, my Mercury's been kicking my butt. I really don't know why. Anyways, this person would have a watery moon, and I think this person has dark hair and dark eyes. All right. Um, this person has been haunted with a lot of thoughts. There's been a lot on this person's mind. This person finally made a decision, which I think is going to make you really happy. I do think there's a decision that's been made recently within the last 2 days, so it's kind of last minute. Um, and that's what okay. Hang on, guys. He's laying in bed with me. Let's see. I'm just trying to make a quick video, anyways. But I want to see what this deck says about Two of Swords in reverse. I know they have reversals here. So I'm very curious. What do they say? Because I know it's about making a decision. Because I think Two of Swords upright is about indecision, kind of struggling with it, trying to figure it out. And then when you have it in reverse, it's more of, I think they've already made the decision, but I could be wrong in this deck. Let me see. So it says this is a difficult choice. Confusion against the unknown, between a rock and a hard place, fear of commitment. That's a new description, and this is a brand new deck, and I love this deck. I love the way this person put that in here, fear of commitment. And that really makes a lot of sense. And I think that maybe this person is scared to commit to you and is trying to search their heart. Yeah, because it looks like upright. It says it's a stalemate, crossroads, another difficult choice, opposing ideas, choosing the best route or action, memory and thought. And that's not what we're looking at. It's in reverse, it's a shadow side. So it's a very difficult choice against something that your person has no clue what's going to happen. Your person feels like they have to make a decision, and either way, they're going to lose. They're scared to commit to anything right now. But I think personally, me as a reader, I think this person did make a decision, guys. I think he or she did. And I think they're scared of what's going to happen now, but I think it's going to make you really happy because we've got Three Cups over here, which I see three friends together celebrating, happy, looking at the stars. This is a good transition, a good cycle that's ending. Spirit, can I have some more information for this person in Two of Swords in reverse? The card I got was physical ailment. This could be you or someone else. There's someone suffering from back pain. That's very apparent. This young lady's bending over in her bed with her back just aching and she's rubbing it. She doesn't feel well. And even if this person doesn't have back pain, this Two of Swords, Libran kind of energy here, could even be Gemini, definitely has physical pain because of this rock and a hard spot. At the bottom of the deck, we have miscommunication, another number two. So the synchronicity I noticed right away is the two and the two, Two of Swords, and then the number two, miscommunication. And that kind of speaks to me about 2020. So I think that this person has decided to communicate personally. Okay, that's what I think. This person finally said, well, I'm going to reach out and communicate. They're still extremely scared of how they're going to communicate because they don't want to commit to you. They don't want to be in your life completely. Um, I just have to be real with you. Whoever this is their fear. They're scared of the commitment. I'm not saying they don't feel like they want to be. I'm not saying that they think of a future with you because that's all totally possible. I'm just saying their intentions are to be a little bit reserved and hold back, even though this communication is coming in. And I do think it's going to happen within about 2 days. But this person is literally physically sick over it. And this person, there's two people looking on a table, and there's a piece of paper, and in the middle of the paper is the number six or the number nine. And one person sees a nine, and one person sees a six. They're both right. It's just their own perspective, their own perception. And so you guys feel 100% vindicated, 100% right. Your person feels like they're in the right, whatever happened between you guys, this miscommunication. And you feel 100% vindicated and 100% right in your situation. And it's based on how you guys are looking at it. And, all in all, I just see this person is worried sick about the communication, possibly even very scared. So let's get a little bit more information here about the Three of Cups. Spirit, guide me into the Three of Cups. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is good news. You have healing energy and codependency, which is like a marriage card. So this person is going to tell you some news about maybe feeling stuck or trapped or unhappy in a marriage or recently getting out of one. And the reason I say marriage, guys, is because there's a man and a woman in a black suit, and she's wearing a white veil and a white dress, and she's got a bouquet. And around her wrist is a chain, and the chain is tied to him. Now, that's commitment. That is commitment. So the communication is going to be about commitment. And ironically, the Light Seers deck said this person's scared of commitment. So I think the communication is this person might say, hey, you know what? Hey, I just got out of a situation and I don't want to get into another one because all of my relationships have been really restrictive, really painful. And I don't think I want a relationship at this time because I've been put through so much. It could also just be that, hey, I wanted to let you know that I'm getting out of a marriage or I'm getting out of a commitment. Maybe I'm moving out from somewhere. And I just wanted to let you know. So you were aware that I am single and I did leave that person and, just kind of wanted to share a little bit about what's happening. So that could totally be it as well. But the impression I get majority here from this reading is that this person just really has good news. And the Three of Cups is good news. So whatever communication you're going to be having is good communication. It's something that's going to make you happy. So I really don't think that the news you're going to be getting is going to be disappointing or restrictive or painful. I think it's going to be good news. I think it's going to make both of you feel free and happy, almost like a freedom from the shackles. I think you guys are probably going to be a little friend zoned. And you're like, Steph, dang it. I know, guys, but Three of Cups is kind of friends. So it's a friend zone. And there's three friends here. So I can see this person saying, look, I got out of a relationship. I would like us to be friends. but not lovers right now. And that's good news for you because you're probably just happy this person is no longer tied to someone and is free to be with you and talk with you and communicate. That's good news. Maybe you're just happy to have your friend back. Maybe this is a friend that is also telling you they're getting away from an abusive relationship. For some people, you have an air sign friend who's going to come to you and say, "Hey, friend, I just got out of an abusive situation," and you're going to be really happy they got away from them. And that's really wonderful. So it could be a sibling also, or a mother. But this is about closeness, and it's good communication, and it's a celebration of a new soul contract. And so I see that you guys are still bound in some way, in some shape or form. If friend zoned, then there will be a no for me. Oh, I know, guys. I just do the cards. Bottom of the deck, though, is healing energy, and there's a woman healing in a Reiki office, and she's got green light over her heart, and she's radiating this beautiful healing energy over another woman. So I see healing of the heart chakra. So I do think that you guys are going to finally heal some of these heart wounds, these heart pains that you may have had as of lately. Let's learn a little bit more about this person. Can you tell me more about this Two of Swords character? Tell me a little bit more. All right. This Two of Swords character has the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Knight of Wands that flew out. So, first and foremost, this person is friendly, attractive, radiant. I think they have a nice tan or glow, a tan or a glow. Definitely a very vibrant skin tone. Okay, something that gets a lot of attention. Usually, Knight of Wands is a darker skin tone, but even if you're pale or white, it's they have a glow about them. They have this nice aura. Okay, and she's playing a drum. Um, I do feel like this is a really deep-hearted person that goes with the flow and likes freedom. I think if I could describe this person, I would say that Libra would fit them very well because they have a very feminine energy. So even if they're a male, they have a femininity about them. You know, maybe it's just good looks, good taste, good style. Maybe they love to cook and sew. I don't know, guys. They have a feminine energy about them. And if it's a female, extremely attractive. So, anyways, very good looking person. Um, the Knight of Wands is obviously Sagittarius, but this person likes to be free and uncommitted. So this is, again, coming into the sphere of commitment. Whoever I'm describing is not one person that says, "Hey, guess what? I love marriage. I love commitment." But it's funny because I think this person winds up in marriage and commitment. That's why they have codependency up there. So, this person may not want it, but boy, this person finds it. This person finds those commitments. So, anyways, this person is passionate. They're spontaneous. They're creative. This person has a lot of dreams and enthusiasm, a lot of courage, standing up to people, standing up for what he or she believes in. They love an adventure. This person loves to drive, loves to travel. This person would probably have grown up in distant places or want to see distant places. This person has a hunger for that. And, sometimes this person is, I hate to say it, but in and out of your life. And that would be a descriptive energy. And because the Ace of Wands is at the bottom, this person would be extremely confident and sexy, especially if they're a male, the phallus. They'd be extremely confident in the sexual arena. And I'm not talking about size, but I'm just saying they're confident and extremely aggressive. And this would be the dominant person. So if I could give you any more descriptions for this person's personality, if anybody initiates romance, it would be this person. They're the initiator. And so, anyways, that's some more information about that person. Let's learn a little bit more about this good news and this healing and this communication. Spirit, can you tell me anything else about this communication and good news? Oh, I love it when he snuggles next to me like a little cocoon, like a little puppy or a kitty that like curls up next to you on the bed. He curls up next to me. It's so cute. I just love him. So precious. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Tell me more about this good news. Okay, he's already asleep. I knew it. Okay. It's funny, we got this earlier, didn't we? Like yesterday. I got the world in reverse again. I keep getting the world in reverse for a lot of my readings lately. Maybe some of you readers have been getting that too. And for me, that just means something's not over or it's not moving forward right now. Like it's a little bit stuck even. There's a cycle that's still going on, possibly. This could also be taking shortcuts and a need for closure. Wow. A need to follow through, possibly. Staying focused in order to complete an unfinished task. A delay in plans and unmet dreams. So, personally, I feel like this is good news because you have the Three of Cups. I feel like the energy with the karmic, possibly with this codependent energy, is needing closure. That this person that you're talking to that's kind of friend zoning you at this time or soon to come is needing closure with that person. And that's why maybe they want to friend zone this for a minute because they haven't quite shut the door, maybe mentally or emotionally or physically in some way. Um, I also feel they need to follow through this time with their promises with you because I think in your past, you guys didn't have closure. And I think that there was broken promises and unfinished business. And you guys need to close the gap from that situation. And I think that's why, having some friendship between you guys would be very, very good. At the bottom of the deck, though, we have the Eight of Cups upright. And that is about walking away from this situation. I just did a Scorpio reading today, if you guys watched it, and I did have the Eight of Cups for the present situation. So, maybe there could be a Scorpio there in your life, but this person needs to emotionally walk away from that other situation, close the chapter, close the door. I don't think me or you or anybody would want to start a relationship with someone that still has unfinished business or no closure with their karmic. I think you want to make sure that that door is completely closed before you guys can move forward. And I think that's why friendship is probably the best medicine for you guys right now. And if it's not that case, maybe you don't have a karmic involved or something. I feel like since you guys are going to be establishing a friendship, you guys can start mending the bond so you guys can have closure and get along better. Let's get some more information though. Spirit, how does this person feel about you? Can you reveal how this person feels about the person listening right now? How does this person feel? I have two cards. Oh, I have more than two. Okay, I have four. Is it four or five? No, it's four. I have the Strength card in reverse. I have the King of Wands upright. And I have Judgment upright. And I have the Four of Swords in reverse. So right away, I can tell you this. This person never got over you because Strength and the Four of Swords is in reverse. So they never healed. They never had closure with you. They never got over you. The Judgment talks about bringing up the past. And the way this person feels about you is that you are very much in the King of Wands energy. You're a go getter, you're an achiever, you're victorious, you're good looking, you're attractive, you're vibrant, you're creative. You have a lot of fans or you have a lot of attention on your social media, or you're well liked in your community and in your family. This person sees you as a go getter. A lot of Leo energy here. This person just sees you as a very strong, passionate person that follows your heart. So that's first and foremost really obvious. And then with strength in reverse, let's see what that has to say. Daniel, go to bed. You're loud. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, let's see what this is. What does the strength say in reverse here? I just feel like they have never got over you. They weren't strong enough. But I want to see what this deck has to say. This is a really cool deck. I recommend you guys getting this deck. Anyways, it is the Shadow Seer. So it says, blocked by fear, self-doubt, a reminder to not be guided by the lizard part of your brain, a need to exercise self-control, and self-destructive impulses. So this person cannot help themselves sexually with you. That is definitely something very obvious. This person feels if they get around you again, if they start talking to you again, that they're probably not going to be able to control themselves, that you guys will probably get intimate again. And I sense some fear here because you guys always end up in this position where it's a friends with benefits kind of situation. Your person knows it. You know it. This just happens. It's not like you guys are going in with the intention to do it. It's like it usually starts off with you guys are not getting along, and then you guys start talking. You hang out, you get along perfectly and wonderfully. You're like two peas in a pod, best buds, best lovers. Stuff happens, right? The intimacy happens, the connection happens, and you both are like, damn it, why didn't we control ourselves? But you can't. It's a very strong chemistry. And I just don't see how you can control yourselves because with this judgment card here, it's a faded energy. It's this past life connection. Maybe you guys were already married in a past life. Maybe you guys already shared a whole life together, kids together. Heck, maybe you did in this life. And now you guys are exes and you're still talking again. I mean, I don't know what's going on in your situation, but this situation is so bonded already and so close that how could you possibly pretend like you guys could just be friends? I think there is some songs that's like, I can't be your friend. You know, there are songs I can't be your friend. I've already, you're acting like I haven't known you at all, like I haven't loved you at all. And that's ridiculous. And so, anyways, that's kind of what I see about how this person feels about you is that he or she can't stop themselves. Um, I also feel super strongly that this person has not gotten over your guys' last separation. If this is recent or old, it doesn't really matter. Um, but this person is awake with you now, feels compelled to call you. This person wants to reach out to you and just say, hey, uh, I can't escape these thoughts of you. I have had no peace of mind. It replays in my mind all the time because we have the four swords in reverse, which is a lack of peace of mind and a lack of healing. And it's about not recognizing the dangers of being burned out in the situation. It is definitely a need for sure to spend some time recovering and dedicating energy to self care and chakra alignment and healing of the heart, which I already know is happening because you had the energy card with the woman healing someone's heart chakra. So I know that you guys are working on it. But overall, this is just how this person feels about you right now. And it's just, I love you. I am really into you. I never got over you. Um, I just want to be friends and get along. But at the same time, this person feels and knows in their heart that once they do get back in touch with you and even just hanging out and being friends, you guys are going to take it to the next level. Like they just know it. And so there is a fear. Um, Tell me what's in this person's mind about the person. Synchronicity. We do have Two of Swords and then the number two card. So a lot of two synchronistic energies. So what does this person think about you? We got Eight of Wands and the Hierophant. These are definitely happy thoughts. This person thinks about a lot of memories, like intimate memories. For some reason, this person is very fiery. I did pick up a lot of Libra for your person, but geez, I mean, they have a lot of Sagittarius too, if not just Leo, just fire and even Aries. I mean, super, super, super fiery person. Fiery personality. I think your person's a firecracker. I think they've got a temper. I think they're outspoken. I think they're dominant. I think they're alpha. And, anyways, I just think that's how they are. Anyways, so for one, they think you talk a lot. You talk a lot more than them. This person thinks about you like, God, as soon as I get in touch with them, they're going to talk, talk, talk. If I send them a text, they're going to text, 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 text me back. It's like this person sends one text to you and you send 5 or 8 text messages back. And they're like, can you just fit your text into one box? You have to have like 8 boxes of text. Can't you just put it all out in one paragraph and send it? Like, why do I get constant beep, 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 beep notifications? So this person is afraid to reach out because they're like, man, I'm going to start this and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to start this up and then they're going to reach out to me and it's not going to end. So this person's already kind of scared that when they reach out, there's going to be a lot of chit chat. And this person may not be that talkative. So I am getting the energy of this person holding back, saying just enough, just enough, but not wanting to be chatty Cathy with you, just wanting to say enough. And anyways, your person is laughing their ass off because you should check out this picture in this deck. Look at the Seers, Google it. It's the Light Seers Tarot, and look at the Hierophant. This guy is sitting at the bottom of the stairs, like literally high on life, just laughing his ass off at the bottom of the stairs. It's so funny. And so this person, laughs. And anyways, what this person thinks about you is that you give him a good time. You give him a good laugh. You make him smile. You may bug the shit out of them sometimes with your texting and with your over talking, but you know how to make them smile. You know how to bring joy in their heart. You help them see the happier side of life. And so they love it. And this person feels very warm with you and thinks that you are the perfect teacher and the perfect guru and like you know so much. They feel like they can talk to you about anything spiritual and you have the answers. They could talk to you about work advice and you would have the answers. This person seeks out or at least used to seek you out for advice on how they should present themselves at work, what job they should take, what they should do, if their dreams would work out, what you think happens, life after death. Um, what do you think about the law of attraction and making things happen? They may even open up to you and talk about magic and especially religion. I think you guys have had a lot of chit chats about religion and even politics, and you guys have these conversations. So, anyways, this person thinks a lot about those memories and remembers the good times. I mean, this is a really positive energy. But I will say what stands out the most for me is this person thinks about you in a very sexual way, which they feel like there's a deep connection. And they haven't experienced this kind of a connection with anybody else. Um, they also think of you as a very traditional person, someone that has roots with maybe Catholicism, Christianity, Buddhism, whatever it is, Islam, whatever it is, Judaism, something. They just see you as someone that has roots that are grounded into a very serious religious tradition, be it your family, okay? And they feel connected to you on that level, even if it was a past life. But there's a lesson to be learned from you and them. They know that. They do know that. And again, they see you as a spiritual leader or their guide. You have brought them to an enlightenment and an awakening. They also see you in the service of spirit, as in you're working for the higher authority. What I mean by that is you're doing God's work. You're working for the universe. You're a light worker. So this person sees you like that. They think of you like that. This person knows that you're working for the greater good and you're in a good light. This person sees you as extremely educated. So I don't know if you've had a lot of schooling. Maybe you have your PhD, you have a bachelor's, a doctorate. I don't know, but this person sees you as very educated, well spoken, eloquent. And even if you don't have, educational degrees, this person sees you as extremely intelligent, like very smart. And that's why this person always comes to you. Okay, that's for sure. Let's get another card here for you. Let's see. Haven't gotten any pentacles yet. It's like you guys haven't solidified your relationship. And I don't mean sexually, I mean solidified it as in commitment. You know, there's been no pentacles here lately. Your person also sees you as someone who makes split second decisions. Like, hey, like you jump the gun. And when they think about you, they think, I'm just going to reach out real quick to this person. Oh, thank you for the $10, Serena. Oh, PayPal. Thank you so much. So, anyways, yeah, this person, when they're thinking of you, I do get the feeling that they reach out immediately. Like they start texting you, like just a quick text, like, hey, I know it's been a while. How's it going? And then they retract. They delete the message. Or they do a lot of editing. So I think someone here could be writing an email, but they edit it a lot and they haven't sent it out yet. And I also get the feeling that this person feels like they want to reach out to you often and it's really fast and really hasty. And then they get control of themselves with the Hierophant and they try to control the way they want to reach out. And so there's this withholding. Anyways, I do think that you're going to have an upcoming positive resolution and good news. But let's look at the bottom of the deck here is Knight of Pentacles. And that is movement. Finally, we get some pentacles. Movement in a good direction. Slowly but surely. And this is taking physical action. Something physical is coming your way. This is an offer. I do think that your relationship with this person is going to be slow to achieve the ultimate goal, but it's happening right now. It's on the way. So I really like that. And I think you've been sad, you've been missing this person, but if you give it a little time, you guys are going to have a union. Spirit, what kind of actions do you see this person taking in the next couple weeks through January? What kind of movement is going to happen in this relationship? What kind of movement do you see? Oh gosh, I got a lot of cards. Bottom of the deck is Nine of Cups. So the overall energy right now is really, really happy. Wish fulfillment. So let's see how many cards I got that came out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards. Okay. The first card that came out, believe it or not, is the Tower in reverse. Gosh, the Tower in reverse. So I think that is, if it's an action, it means there was going to be an ultimate breakup or there was going to be like the ending of a situation, the complete wrecking ball of a foundation. But when it's in reverse, there's not. But there's also no movement because towers are usually something quick happening. So it could just be slow movement. And in the deck, it says that the Tower in reverse is life becoming stale, refusing to change, and mostly fear of the unknown because of the avoidance of a disaster. And there is still some denial. So, you and this person, again, we knew that since the Two of Swords earlier in reverse, scared of commitment, scared of what's going to happen, scared of the unknown. And that's why you have this miscommunication and these body aches and the stress. And it's like, oh, okay. So the actions are going to be not a lot of movement, guys. To be honest, not recent. This person's going to communicate with you and have some kind of a union. I do see friendship. I do see communication. I do see the building blocks of healing and regeneration. And I like the towers in reverse because it means there is no ending. But there's also not an immediate beginning either. And it's really because your person is scared, scared and in denial. Okay. The next card you have coming right after that is the Page of Swords in reverse. This can have something to do with a child under the age of 19. Um, this child could be mistreated, abused, neglected, not cared for. There's been a lack of communication with this child, or maybe this person suffers from a very difficult childhood in their past. Okay. And this may lead to this person's denial. This may lead to this person's fear. Okay. Whatever it has something to do with it. It is this lack of good communication. And when you do get any kind of a page, it is a message, it is communication. But when they come in reverse, it's usually not good communication or it's very strong withholding. And let's see what this text says about the Page of Swords in reverse. And it says here arrogance, gossip, nervous energy, being all talk and no action. Oh, guys, and dishonesty. Darn it. I think what really stuck out to me there was the all talk, no action and the dishonesty. And I really believe from my heart of all hearts of tarot readers here, I'm being honest, the dishonesty comes from the fact that they do want more with you, but they're holding that back because of fear and denial. And I see this arrogance as in I'm right and you're wrong. I'm big and you're small. And so there's this cockiness about them. And I kind of picked up on that because of the Two of Swords in reverse earlier and the miscommunication card. So you guys have always had a very big struggle communicating. And this person just doesn't know how to speak what's on their heart. And that's again why the Two of Swords is in reverse. It's this uh, not speaking from the heart, guys, not speaking from the heart. And there is a lot of fear. And I do sense a very painful childhood. And if there is children involved, I feel some guilt and some rudeness about a child. There's some very unfortunate assholeness, excuse me, but about a child. It could also be that this person speaks like a child. Um, and what I mean by that is like immature communication. And this person might hang up the phone on you really quick, cut off a phone call, like, oh, I got to go and lie about it because we have dishonesty here. This person may try to get away from you for some stupid reason, or, just make up stupid excuses and just beat around the bush, really. Okay? And so that could also very much be representative of that card. Uh, the next card we have is the Empress, and she's upright. So I have to tell you, I do feel a strong connection with children or childhood. The Empress is the mother. She's also a mature woman, someone over the age of 30. The Empress is someone who's lived her life, established herself, has a career, has a home, generally has children, and is generally very well off, very abundant. Also, the Empress is seen as very beautiful. And the signs she has and represents is Cancerian, Libra, and Taurus. And she is ruled by Venus. And so she's like the goddess of love. She also represents healing and the rebirth of a situation. But ultimately, she's a divine feminine energy. She's creative, she's fertile, she is very nurturing, she's very empathetic, she's psychic, intuitive, she has a lot of unconditional love and unification of mind, body, and spirit. I would love to show you guys the cards, but my lights are really dim. I don't know if you'd see them because I'm in bed and Maddie's asleep right next to me. And so I have like literally this little candlelight next to me. And on camera, it doesn't come up very bright. I'd have to turn the light on. Um, but I will hold the cards out and take a picture and put it on my community post so you can see it. Or I'll just put it on the thumbnail at the end of this reading, okay? I will do that. Um, so she also represents the energy of building. Um, so she prepares something for someone else to take it over, and the Emperor is going to take it over. For the personality of the Empress, it's just someone who is always in prep mode, someone that's always preparing for the best. It's like nesting. She's cleaning, she's cooking, she's creating events, she's making plans for family and friends. She's the therapist, she's the nurse, she's the doctor, and she's the wife, always the wife. And she's a very good-hearted person. She's the person everybody wants to be around, and she can be everyone's best friend. She does have an authority. Nobody should mess with her, and she's protected. She's very protected by the divine. So, anyways, this is the actions that are going to be taken over the next few weeks. And I just, again, it's honing in this fourth house Cancerian energy. So we could be dealing with a Virgo rising here because Virgo rising people right now, all these planetary transitions are happening in their fourth house. So that could really be happening. Or you could be dealing with a Cancer in some way, or maybe you're a Cancer. But what I'm sensing is this rebirth of your relationship and the rebirth of a family. I also see the healing of a parent and child relationship, whether that's a father and a mother, or you know what I mean, a father or a mother with their child. I see the healing of a parental relationship. And if there was a very difficult childhood, it is finally making peace with that childhood. Um, and it's with your children today that are alive. It's making peace with them because there's been some hardships, some neglect, some distance, and some hardships there. And if someone has lost a child because the page is in reverse, um, and your life was put on hold, everything stopped moving because of a horrific death or a sudden loss or even a miscarriage, and it was very, very disappointing for you. I just feel like you guys are on your way to recovery and healing from this energy. And so that's really what I see happening over the next few weeks and through January. Just beautiful healing. So the next one is the Seven of Wands upright. And this represents protection, defense, confidence, standing up for what you believe in, resisting temptation. So, honestly, again, I have to say the actions this person is taking is slowly but surely recovering, healing those old wounds for sure, but resisting the healing almost and resisting this beautiful communication. So, again, I know this person almost comes off for me as a fighter, like fighting this connection. And that's honestly what I see very loudly with this person that you're dealing with. They are fighting your guys' connection. They're going to be opened up to friendship. They're going to be opened up to communication. They know that you guys have a sexual connection and a beautiful chemistry. And they know 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be able to deny you or even resist you or even not come after you in some way. And then after all that's said and done, here goes this I'm going to resist the relationship thing, which falls into that I'm in denial, falls into that fear of commitment. And so, yep, that's frustrating, but that's what I see. I'm going to read a little bit of that for you. And it says, it's a challenge. It's grounding and protecting yourself, movement and growth, creative innovation, remaining ahead, feeling vulnerable. I like the feeling vulnerable because I definitely feel that they feel very vulnerable. And a sign to continue to share your ideas of self expression. So, vulnerable, yes, I see it. Um, both of you over the next few weeks, even through January, are going to feel very vulnerable, like afraid to open up because you don't want to get hurt again. And that's for you and them. Not to blame either of you. Come here, sweetie. Here. Oh, gotta get situated. Okay. He was right in my lap like a little puppy dog. I had to squish him to the side, my little sweetheart. Okay. All right. So let's get the next card here. The next card coming in is the Four of Cups in reverse. Oh, that's a good card. That is good energy for the next couple weeks. It's finally having a little bit of hope. Finally feeling like this relationship can happen. Seeing that there's a chance, seeing that there's some light at the end of this tunnel, falling in love again. Because, Four of Cups upright is kind of unrequited love. Um, this also talks about healing and meditation. But sometimes when you get the Four of Cups in reverse, it could talk about focusing on the negatives. It could be a little more pessimistic. It could also be a time to start thinking about practicing what you're grateful for. And it is a gentle nudge to stop complaining. So I don't know if one of you are in this energy, both of you are in this energy, but this is going to come up probably around the fourth week from now. It's going to come up where there is some pessimism. And, oh, you know what? We can't have a relationship because so many years have passed. You know what? We can't have a committed relationship because there's too much water under the bridge. There's too many fights. Too much has happened. I'd rather just be friends and let's just do that. Or I would like to be with you and love you and start all this again, but I still kind of have a grudge. I still kind of have something against you from the pain, from the frustration, or the fight, or the words that were said, or the actions that were done, whatever. Maybe all of the above. But over the next couple weeks, that could be part of the conversation. And remember, the cups are just feelings. They're not words, really. They're not even actions. They're not physical energies that you can see. The cups just represent how you guys are feeling inside. And so there may be some doubt. There's like a little black cloud. You guys know Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. And I do sense this little rain cloud energy like, well, I guess it's not going to happen today. Nobody ever remembers my birthday anyway. I didn't expect anyone to feel that way about me anyway. You could just think about little Eeyore talking, oh dear. Right? That's right, Marcus. And so I do have a little Eeyore on my hands here. Someone who's a little bit bummed out, needs some cheering up for sure. And just womp womp, it kind of happens. Maybe someone's a little bit down because this person is not rushing to the altar with you. This person's not talking about engagement or relationship or some kind of, direct union. And so someone could be like, damn it, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this person just wanted to be friends. Or you might say things even like, I knew this person wanted me to be a little fuck buddy. And you're going to be pissed off. It's like, ugh, I knew this was going to happen. This is what always happens. Damn it. And so that might be something someone wants to kick themselves in their own butt for. You know what I mean? And that could be part of the energy. But let's look at the big picture here. I don't see that. I see this person has passion for you. And yes, you guys have had friendship with benefits. Yes, you guys have had a relationship with unfinished business. All of that is 100% true, and I'm not denying it. It's here. Yeah, this person's been in and out of your life. But I also see fated partners. I also see healing and recovery. I also see hidden feelings and miscommunication. So I see a dishonesty about how they really feel. So that's the truth of the matter here. And that is what you should focus on. Um, you do need to read between the lines and follow your intuition. The next card that I have that came out is the Three of Wands upright. I like it. That is the manifestation card, the law of attraction card. It's waiting for your ships to come in. You heard the classic saying. All the tarot card readers say that, don't they? Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. Manifestation made real. Evidence of the law of attraction. What you desire is on the way. Those are all classic definitions for the Three of Wands. But let's go a little bit deeper into this card. We have an Aborigine from Australia, clearly, and it's a very beautiful picture. He's looking at a pink sunset, and he's got these tiki torches on the right and the left of him. And he's, or it could be a girl, I don't know, carrying a surfboard, thinking about jumping in the water at sunset. Okay, number one, first of all, I'm hell of a scared of sharks. Totally. And especially in Australia, that's like great white shark heaven. I mean, they just love it there. That's like their feasting ground. I mean, damn. How many stories do we have to hear about people being bitten or attacked and killed by great whites? So I'm looking at this person like, what the hell are you even thinking? But there are those brave people that want to go into the ocean by themselves, knowing there could be sharks out there. And they just think it's a beautiful morning or a beautiful evening. And so I would never, ever, 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 ever do that. But there are those people. So the first thing that catches my eye is risk taking. So I definitely see you guys taking a risk, seeing what happens. What's going to become of my risk? And I think what this is you guys are like, well, I'm going to give you a chance. That's a risk because this person's already proven to you that they've been in and out. They have a track record of not being a consistency in your life. So for you to even open up and take this relationship on again, even in your imagination or your heart or your thought or even physical, is like crazy. It's taking a risk. But you're doing that because you're trusting your instincts and your intuition. And there's a sense of bravery here and confidence also. So I see that you're counting on the universe to deliver what you have faith in. And the wands represent faith because they're spiritual. And I do feel like someone here has a very, very strong belief in God and a very strong belief in the universe and the law of attraction. That what they think about, they bring about, and what they feel can become real, and that the universe is what they make of it. And so I sense someone really kind of overcoming that. But this is talking about your personal energy being manifested and you finally waiting just to see the result of this. It could have been a candle ritual, it could have been a prayer, it could have been a journal writing, it could have been verbal affirmations to the universe. Whatever it is, you're looking for the results. Where's my ships? This talks about the arrival of opportunities. Possibly within the next 3 weeks, you will have an arrival of something that you've manifested. It's finally understanding why you want this so bad. It's continuous improvement and moving in the right direction. And it talks about progress. And the threes is Empress energy, healing, birth. Well, let's just say growing for a birth. So something is building up. And I do think this relationship is recovering. So believe it or not, even beyond the pessimism and beyond the stagnation of childish communication, I still see a birth of this relationship on the way. All right, and the next card is, you won't believe it. Oh no, I already had that. I'm sorry, that was already there. My bad. It was the world in reverse, but I just had it under this card in the same place, and I thought it was a new card, but it wasn't. So it was just sitting there. My bad. We have the Magician in reverse. Hmm. How can I get the Three of Wands upright? Talking about literally manifesting what you want. And the very next card is the Magician in reverse, which is literally your skill, your talents, your powers of manifestation, your resourcefulness, and your creativity in the negative. So, what this book says about this in reverse is unused potentials, latent talents, questionable intentions, manipulation, selfishness, unfocused or blocked creative energy. Okay. And I'm just going to tell you this because I don't want it to happen. You still have 3 to 4 weeks to change this outcome if this is you that has control over these thoughts and emotions. But now that I have all of the cards out together, I will say that the actions being taken for your relationship, there is going to be a lot of pessimism because of the Four of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Wands upright about resistance. And then the Magician in reverse, which is unused potential and lack of vision. And with the Three of Wands upright, it means what? Manifestation. Have you ever heard the saying, self fulfilling prophecies? And I'm telling you this so you can be careful. So if it is you that has control over these thoughts and emotions, you can remember I said that. Whatever pessimism you may be speaking into the universe, feeling into the universe, thinking into the universe has a ripple effect. And you will create an outcome because of it. Everything is cause and reaction. So being that the Empress is ready to, grow something and bring it to life and give you a realization. Basically, this reading is telling me that you have an opportunity coming your way with the Three of Cups. This is reconciliation. The Three of Cups is reunion. And the energy is healing. And you have the World, which is the needing for closure, letting the past go. And I do see someone here having a very hard time with that. Even the Tower in reverse. And good question markers. You want to say who? Um, I want to know who you really feel resonates with this. Do you feel that you resonate with someone that could be pessimistic and doubting and speaking, you know, things into the universe that are sad or unfulfilling? If that's you, then that's who it is. If that's not you and you feel like your person could be the one that is a little bit negative, a little bit pessimistic and defensive and in denial at times, that maybe you might be in fear that they might be creating a self fulfilling prophecy, kind of killing the opportunity before it even is given birth. And so I see this opportunity to communicate and rebuild this relationship. And I see some frustration over the next few weeks about this because of pessimism and denial and fear. Remember, the strongest words out of this reading today was fear, fear of commitment. And so it may not be fear of commitment, period, but it could just be fear of commitment with you. Or you might just have fear of commitment with him or her. But there could be an underlying fear. But the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups, like we said earlier, and that really talks about this wish fulfillment. And it's an opportunity. The Three of Cups is an opportunity. It's all happy. So what's coming for you in January is opportunity for another relationship and another chance with this person, a second chance. The question is, based on the cards, the actions that are going to be taken over the next few weeks are a little pessimistic. So my next helpful thing I can do for you is to ask Spirit, what can you do to help the situation? What can you do to help? I don't want to say battle, but defeat that bad, negative, self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay? What can you do? So let's get some cards here. So we have the Devil card. Why would that come up? It's really about defeating it, though. The Devil is a challenge, and it's Capricorn energy. It's about hard work. So if you want to do something about it, you have to face the shadow side. You have to face the dark. And let's read what it says here. So in this deck, it says these are vices: the grip of addiction, the need for liberation, healthy versus unhealthy, sexuality, materialism, the healing found in darkness. I like that though, right there. The healing found in darkness, delving into your shadow self, being trapped in your own stories, manipulation, lying to yourself, and temptation. So all of those things play a part, and especially those key words about lying to yourself, manipulation, trapped in your own head, in your own stories. Now, this can be you, like I said, or this could be a person. But what are we going to do about it? How do you release this addiction? How do you have a breakthrough and have a revolution, a liberation? How can you get out of this negative situation? And bottom of the deck is the Fool, and it's about taking a leap of faith. It's about taking a risk. Remember earlier it said that you may be scared to take a risk, or maybe they're scared to take a risk. I do see the way to battle this is to face your shadow side and take a risk. Open up your heart, give it another chance. 100%. Don't hold back and say this person hurt me last year or last month. I can't forgive. I'm not ready to do that. That's fine. You can do that. But remember, that is what you will manifest. And when you're given this opportunity for another chance with this person, if you want it, because the universe isn't going to force it down your throat. They're just saying, hey, it's here if you want it. And if this isn't you giving the universe a hard time, this is that person. My suggestion, because the devil can talk about magic, and I know a lot of you guys, 80% of you guys, don't support magic and think badly of it. I suggest you open up your mind a little about it. Magic is beautiful, and the way that you've traditionally been taught to look at magic is like you've been taught to look at religion. It's either good or bad, black or white. You either have black magic or you have white magic. You have good or evil. You either think magic is evil or you think it is good, not both. There's a duality in every single thing in this entire existence of existence. So please remember with magic, you're going to have good and bad. And religion, you're going to have your good and bad parts of every single religion, of every single light worker, of every single angel, of every single good being out there. There's a shadow side. There's always a shadow side. So the first step I recommend is to not be scared of it. Because the devil says, face your shadow side. Look at the darker side. And I'm not saying you need to go do dark magic. Heck no. My first recommendation is never do any magic that would be dark or causing harm or pain or injustice on someone, because you will get that exactly back. And it's not magic, it's the law of attraction, which is a form of magic, if you think of it that way. So I see a lot of you guys are happy to talk about the law of attraction, but what if I took the title Law of Attraction out and called it magic? You would be like, uh-oh, practice magic, but you are. The law of attraction, manifestation, mantras, saying those things is a form of magic. Music is magic. Poetry is magic. Sex is magic. Passionate sex is magic, that's for sure. There's a lot of forms of magic. Healing, Reiki is magic. There's so much. So it's really about your divination, it's about your tools. And so, my suggestion, if you think that your person is going to be giving you a hard time and really fighting this and really not wanting to open up, the most kind and helpful bit of magic would be a heart opening ritual or a clarity ritual, which you can use like eye bright and candles that are white. Um, and you can do like mint and lemons and have this whole refreshing kind of little candle ritual. Asking this person to be refreshed, renewed, and open and healed so they can see clearly and so they can feel clearly. And so, like the fool, they can take a leap of faith so they can be open hearted and open minded. And so, just praying is even also very good. You don't have to do magic, but something like that would be very helpful. Also, praying, um, asking your angels and your spirit guides to assist. So, always asking for help in this battle would be really good for you. And so, if this isn't you that has the pessimism, if it's your person, I highly suggest you take some kind of spiritual action to, excuse me, defeat the devil, to defeat the dark, pessimistic, addictive energy. Okay? So, I would suggest it. And I'll go ahead and read just a little bit about the Fool card here, what it says upright. And it says new beginnings, potential adventures, enthusiasm, awakening, innocence, and optimism. So, the best way to, if it's maybe you battling this depression, battling this self defeat, self fulfilling prophecies, negativities, is for one, to go on a walk every single day so you can battle your bout with depression, to get outside in the sunshine. Even if it's cold where you are, just get your jacket and your boots, go outside for a little walk, okay? Get some sun, some fresh air. Do a candle ritual possibly on yourself. Do some mantras, do some meditation, speak good in your life. Combat your negative thoughts with positive ones. Whenever a negative thought enters your mind, speak it positively. If you start telling yourself, you know what, I'm fat, I'm not attractive, they don't want me, quit telling yourself that and say, I'm beautiful, I'm desirable, I am the most desired, and I am so fortunate that I'm so blessed with love. Welcome that in. Don't repel it. Don't Seven of Wands the opportunity coming for you. Um, if you're telling yourself things like they don't want me, they're happy with the other person, they love them more than me, start battling those thoughts with they love me so much, and I am so blessed, and I am so happy. Um, my only warning is when you start telling yourself these things, make sure they're genuine and true. You don't want to become codependent or addicted. And I do notice a lot of people that I've read for that maybe their person really isn't into them. Maybe they really don't love them. Maybe there never was love there. Um, Maybe this person is genuinely happy with another person. If I'm telling people to tell themselves that that person loves them, they're going to be with them, and there's no signs that that person's coming back, that would be terrible to do to yourself. It would be torture, and it would be feeding yourself and telling yourself things that are lies. And that would make you hurt and feel even worse. So I don't recommend anyone to speak things like that onto you about how they feel about you unless you know for certain that they do love you. You know, that they've said, I've loved you. And you guys have shared that intimacy. If you haven't, don't start speaking that into your life because you may get hurt. We cannot control how others feel about us. The only way I say speak positive about how they love you and feel about you is if you and that person have already shared those words and already shared those commitments and already shared those visions together. And so you're just calling it back in. If you've never had that, then I don't suggest doing that because you're not calling something that was really yours back because it never was yours. You see what I'm saying? So you can really only call back to you what is genuinely yours. And that goes to say with soulmates and twin flames. When you know that person is genuinely yours and you have confirmations, hey, go for it. That is your person. Speak it with confidence. Me and my divine will be together. Me and my divine are in union. Me and my divine are very committed and happy no matter what circumstance. So you want to speak positive things into your life, but you also don't want to set yourself up with failure, calling in unrealistic things. Like I'm calling in a marriage and an engagement in 2020 by February 14th. You know what I mean? If you call that in and you and your person are very distant, never talked about it, not in communication, like that would be setting yourself up for failure because it just would take too much time to fix all of that in that amount of time. Definitely say something a little bit more realistic, like me and my person will be back in communication and in union by this time. And you can call that in because if that's your person and you feel it and you know communication is coming, believe it. Okay. So, anyways, this is how we're battling that depression and that negative self talk. It's getting some fresh air, it's quitting the negative self talk. Um, it's being honest and truthful with yourself about your situation and knowing what you guys really feel for each other, getting clear and getting honest. Don't put a veil over your eyes. Don't try to see a relationship with rose colored glasses. See it for the truth. When you love someone, you love them unconditionally, right? So if they are having a hard time getting over a karmic, support them. Know that they're having a hard time and you understand it because you've been there too. You've had a hard time getting over people. You understand how that feels. Be supportive. Be that friend. Be that lover unconditionally, no strings attached. Um, if your person is struggling with spirituality and believing in what you believe in, give them some time. Know that it took you some time before you opened up to this whole world, and they deserve the same. Okay, so let's look at this. Seven of Swords came in reverse for how to combat this negative self talk and stuff. So let's see what this says here in the book. Okay, in reverse. Obviously, it means getting honest and lies are coming out and whatever, but let's see what this book says. So it says that the Seven of Swords in reverse is lying to yourself or others, a need for a perspective change and honesty. Secrets come out. Something may be stolen, taking more than your fair share, being held back by imposter syndrome. This card generally warns us that we should be on the lookout for deception, thievery, and betrayal. While we can sometimes find ourselves the victim of someone else's deceit, it is also a nudge to act in alignment with ourselves and our highest morality. Are we being authentic and honest with our own lives? Be sure you're being honest with yourself about the nature of your reality right now. Sometimes we pretend that everything is okay or that we are doing the best we can, even when we're not. Sometimes this shows us a reckless behavior and an avoidance of responsibility. Take only what's needed and remember that no excuse outweighs your ability to act from a place of love and integrity. You cannot deceive your own heart, and the universe will always bear witness to your truest intention. For you, alone and vulnerable under the light of the full moon, the only thing that matters is the truth. Move forward with the lightness and conscience to guide you. So, kind of reiteration of what I said. Get honest about your situation. Don't wear rose-colored glasses. What do you guys really genuinely feel for each other? Was it love from the beginning or was it something else? Um, have you faced your fears? Have you faced your addictions or codependencies? Have you faced your karmas? Before we start always pointing at other people, I find it's always the best to start looking at ourselves first, within. And if we are clean and we have a checklist and we have looked within, we have gotten honest with ourselves, we have corrected our own reckless behavior, we have dealt with our own demons, we have faced our own fears, we have spoken and lived our truths. Once we have a checklist for all of our chakras, all 7 of them, and you can check mark them all off and say, I've been there, done it. Then you can start looking at the other person and seeing how you can help them. Because at that point, you're enlightened and you're healed and you're okay. And you're able to see things through a different perspective. But if you haven't looked within first and check marked all those things, then before we take the next step and say it's the other person, you know, just remember, take a look in the mirror first. And in Jesus's wise words, and I don't know exactly what he said in the Bible. I don't even know where it is in the Bible. But when he drew a line in the sand and everybody was casting stones at the prostitute, I think it was Mary Magdalene, he asked everyone, for all of you who have not sinned, cast the first stone. Because you're all casting stones at the sinner. Can every single one of you come to me here truthfully and say, you are without sin? And if you are without sin, please cast the first stone. And everybody dropped their stones and they walked away because none of them were blameless. They may not have all been prostitutes, but they were all sinners. And in Spirit's eyes, there is no sin greater than the other. They're all the same. Hate is just as terrible as murder, and sexual immorality is just as terrible as betrayal and thievery. They're all the same. There's no difference. There's no better or worse, or my sin's lesser than yours. They're all bad. And that's why we have to remember to be forgiving and have that unconditional love. And that's what the universe teaches us, is to love each other so openly, so open-heartedly, so with grace and mercy, so we can be loved in return in the same way. And if you're vibrating in that loving, beautiful rainbow light, then you're going to receive it in return. Because that is the law of attraction. And when you are emanating this beautiful magnet of unconditional love, you will get that right back. And so it's good to do that. Let's go ahead and get an outcome here, though, before I end. Okay. And I'll use Colette Baron Reed. I guess it's my go-to lately. You little lucky bastards. Excuse my French, guys. You guys got mending and you got blessed at the bottom of the deck. Seriously? Mending, and this is that making up. You guys are going to mend this relationship. Yes, the actions are going to be holding back and some pessimism. It's going to slow you down. That's why you have the Knight of Pentacles, guys. It's moving forward slowly but surely. And you're tackling these issues. You're tackling the devil. You're tackling the depression and you're tackling the negative self talk and you're getting over all that. It takes some time, right? So we're doing it. The important thing is we're doing it. So, anyways, let's go ahead and read this mending. And it is the number 52. Let me get on that. Okay. This card talks about forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. The oracle's message today is each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding the integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, and the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending these rifts, healing these wounds, and letting go of these hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends with others so you can set yourself free. Heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our masks and loosens our tight hold on our separateness, where we view ourselves as I and the world as it. Loss allows us to see ourselves as a part of the larger scheme, opening us up to a symphony of sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others. In the moment, we can't hold ourselves together anymore. Thank you, Janet Cross, for the super chat. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And it leads us to become one with the greater whole. Pain and suffering is a part of our lives, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, this pain, this dissonance as a way back to source? Please let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never be left behind. You are loved, now more than ever, by Spirit, who's always with you, even in this pain and suffering. Who does not want you to suffer and feel alone? One day, you will look back and you'll know this truth. In your relationship, you've come to a place where forgiveness is so necessary. If you're to move forward, that is, separate or together, you and this person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. Running away is even further. You have the power to heal this wound. So ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come from your forgiveness and honesty. What bad could happen from being a good person with a big heart full of love and light and forgiveness, full of compassion? What harm could come to you? What bad would you attract? None. Everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may have come to realize that in chasing after a pretty shiny thing, somehow, someway, you lost sight of the long term. Sustainable prosperity. Sometimes we make choices that look really good at first, but ultimately they led us to some loss, or even worse, a big failure. It's time to forgive ourselves and others. Don't blame anyone else. You get to start again, wiser and more mature, and that's something to celebrate. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Make amends today to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those that may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really makes you happy and fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. I love it, guys. And I really think that's what the Empress was trying to tell us. And she's like, you know what? Wherever I'm at, I'm the Empress. You throw me in a reading, and I will make all these cards into something good. I will grow and fix and heal whatever is damaged. And so go ahead, let the negative self talk begin, let the pessimism begin, let this defeat, this self fulfilling prophecy try to start. I'm going to grab it before it even gets going. My unconditional love is going to squash it, it's going to overcome it, it's going to heal that. So don't worry. And the Empress is telling you, don't worry, because we are on the mend. And the very bottom of the deck is blessed. And I'm pretty sure we got this recently. And it really is about a wonderful blessing on the way for you, like a wish come true. And you won't believe it. But what did we say this entire reading? The number twos, we had Two of Swords, and then we had the two in the Oracle. And then earlier we had 222 people watching. And the card number for blessed is the number 22. So that is a sign. It is a synchronicity. It is consistent with the promise of this reading. And it's an assurance that that Three of Cups is going to happen. There is celebration. There is reunion. And let's just say the very best from all of this could be reunion and reconciliation and happiness and togetherness with you and your lover. The best case scenario. The worst case scenario is that you and this person are going to start communicating and be friends again. Yeah, that's the worst case. That's the least of this reading is the friendship and communication. For a lot of you, that is just joy in itself, that you're actually going to communicate and at least establish that friendship again. That's something to be grateful for. So, whether it's the best case scenario or the worst case scenario, if this reading resonates for you, yay, because it looks good. It looks really, really good. And like I always say, guys, this is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming. It changes day by day, doesn't it? It really does. The energy shifts. Well, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was a little bonus because today I did a Scorpio reading for the birthday, which I was a little late. Sorry about that. But that's done. If you guys want to go watch that free Scorpio reading, go ahead and do that. It's a good one. You can always check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, and your Mars for male relationships. So go ahead and look at it if you are interested. And if that matches your Vedic, awesome. If it matches your tropical, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be picky. I do love both. Okay? All right, guys. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Lots of love and light. And tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Yay! Going into 2020. Sure, we'll do a special reading tomorrow, something for something. Okay? All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll take a picture of the cards. Bye, guys. Good night. And thank you so much for your support.